Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Listening Closely podcast. This time on Jeff's channel, but I'm still doing
Hi,
the intro. It's been a while, like
about a month.
6 weeks, maybe.
I,
Since we did, I think it's been 6 weeks
last
since
one
we
was
did our
June
last
11th,
episode.
so yeah, 6 weeks.
Yeah, we had very conflicting schedules. We both went to Chicago, and Jeff went on vacation. Then I went on vacation. Then I was working. But hopefully, we can get back into a somewhat normal routine with
Let's
this episode starting.
let's aim for bi-weekly and hopefully not
Yeah,
fail.
I think bi-weekly is doable. Um, but in today's episode, we're going to be talking about a few things that we missed, but some stuff like Obi-Wan Kenobi that's been talked to death, we're just going to skip over. But today we're going to talk about the Lightyear movie, some movies that people aren't talking about enough that need to be talked about more, which are Marcel the Shell with Shoes On and Cha Cha Real Smooth. And we'll also be talking about movies that too many people are talking about that need to be talked about less, which are The Gray Man and Nope. Even
I
though
would say
Jeff,
I would say Nope is about as talked about as it should be.
yeah,
Um,
I didn't love Nope, but we'll get into that.
okay,
Um, so our first topic today is Lightyear, which we feel very differently about.
so we both saw it together in Chicago on June
Yes,
whatever day it was. I think it was the 16th, maybe.
I thought it was the
I,
18th.
I don't know. I don't remember. It's just too long ago.
Yeah,
Uh, but yeah, so I thought Lightyear was pretty good. I have bumped my rating down to 3.5, I think, since. But
didn't you start with a 4.5 or was it a
and
4?
I started with a 4.
Okay,
Yeah, and I bumped it
and then
down to a three and a
I
half.
started with a 2 and I've kept it at a 2.
You did also fall asleep.
Yeah, I will give the full disclaimer that I fell asleep for about 20 minutes. However, I feel like I didn't miss too much, and I'm judging it less based off on the plot and more just based off of the writing and the overall quality of the movie.
I, so personally, I thought that the movie started off pretty strong. I like the beginning, the beginning about. I don't know if it's directly in the beginning, but the this montage, the time lapse montage, I thought that was cool.
I agree. Yeah,
And
it was very similar to Top Gun, even though
yeah, there were a lot of Top Gun
yeah,
similarities, which is
yeah.
kind of funny. There was another movie that was like came out recently that we'd compared it to. I wish I remembered Lightyear a little bit better than I do for this
Yeah.
discussion. It was too long ago, but
It's coming out on Disney Plus, I think, next week.
August 3rd. Actually, that's
Yeah.
this
Okay. So
weekend.
4 days. Yeah. Um,
Uh,
but so I don't know. I found most of the characters just to be like nothing. Like I couldn't name you one trait about Buzz Lightyear. Jeez, Buzz Lightyear, except maybe like he's brave. And then the rest of the characters were just like whatever. And I feel like the plot that they went for was weirdly like I don't even know how to describe what the plot was because it was
because you missed it, I love it. All
no,
right.
that's not the reason. It was kind of like bleak and a little bit depressing and not at all what I was really expecting for a movie about like a colorful space ranger person.
I don't. I thought it was better than I was expecting it to be.
I
I don't think I had.
disagree.
I don't think I had super high expectations because Pixar is not the best at sequels. I know this isn't a sequel, but this is like a
Yeah.
franchise expanding movie.
I I don't know. I was just really disappointed. And then there were 3 post-credit scenes, which is another like it adds more fuel to the fire that I'm just so tired of post-credit scenes and how every movie needs to have them now. Like Pixar movies, I feel like should just stand on their own and say what they need to say.
I don't know. I feel like this is obviously. I don't think this was nearly as good as the last several Pixar movies have been. I think they've been on a very good streak. I think this is still better than their average sequel. But
I Well, what other
It's not.
Pixar
It's not.
sequels
It's
have
not.
there
It's
been?
not better than like Toy Story sequels, but it's better than Incredibles 2. It's better than Monsters
I thought it
University.
was
It's
worse than
better than.
Incredibles 2,
I
and
hated. I hated Incredibles 2.
okay, that's probably a discussion for another time because I really liked that movie. I thought it was a
Uh,
lot of fun.
we'll have to schedule that. We'll have to both watch it in the same week and then
Yeah, yeah.
discuss it.
Um, oh, it's interesting, but
It's also way
yeah,
better than Finding Dory. Finding Dory sucked.
I disagree. I thought Finding Dory was better. I think I kind of feel the opposite to you. I feel like Pixar's been on a little bit of a downward streak recently. I thought
Uh,
Turning Red and Luca were just okay. I liked Soul. I didn't really like Onward. I feel like this was Pixar's first bad movie. Um, in a little bit.
first bad, first bad movie since when was the last one?
Um, I'd say, well, everyone says The Good Dinosaur is bad, but I haven't seen it. So I would say Cars 2 of the ones that I've seen.
Cars 2's the last. I think Finding Dory is the last bad movie. I did not like that.
I thought Finding Dory was like tolerable. I didn't think it was great. It
I
was
think it's okay,
very
but it's one
similar to
of.
the first one.
I think it's like bottom three Pixar movies. No, maybe not bottom three, but bottom five for sure.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the best. But and then so I guess we can probably just talk about spoilers. I thought the twist that Zurg was Buzz from the future was actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I think that's one
Yeah.
of the. I think that and the montage at the beginning are the two coolest things about the movie.
People were complaining about that plot twist and saying it was like a cop
Yeah,
out, but I thought it was interesting because the like future Buzz had more character traits than the Buzz that was followed throughout the rest of the movie.
I think the movie did interesting things with time. Generally
Yeah,
speaking, it was.
that's
I,
fair.
it was like Interstellar mixed with Top Gun. That's what it was.
It was not as good as either of those movies, though. Like not
No,
even
it's not. It's
close.
not. No, it's not as good as
Yeah,
either of them. But
yeah.
I I think it's still a decent movie.
I I don't know.
I mean,
What's
I would
the
rather.
next Pixar movie? Is it the
The next
Elemental
movie
one?
is Elemental coming
Yeah.
out next year.
Okay.
I'm excited for that one.
I'm hopeful. I don't know, but I feel like a few years ago, didn't Pixar like say they're not doing sequels anymore?
I mean,
And then
this
this
what
was
this is better than the average sequel. This is not
yeah,
really a sequel, and I think it was far more inspired than their
yeah.
average sequels
No,
are.
this is like their like loophole to a sequel. Um, like saying they weren't going to do sequels, but this kind of is. And then commercially, it flopped.
Yeah, it didn't do that well, which is
Yeah,
a little. I I'm more mad that it flopped, not because this was a great movie, but because the last several Pixar movies have not gone to theaters. And I hope that they don't look at this and be like, wow, it didn't make any money in theaters. We might as well just put them on Disney Plus from the beginning. Because I would still like to be able to watch Pixar movies in theaters.
yeah. Its budget was 200 million and it made 219. So it definitely lost money when you account
I,
for like marketing.
I do think that in general, though, Disney seems to be viewing Pixar more as a like franchise creator, like not. I don't know if necessarily franchise creator is the right word, but they're looking more for it to create characters that they can use for other things
Yeah,
than
that's
they are
fair.
for them to make like big money at the box office.
Yeah, but even Toy Story 4 made a ton of money. I'm pretty
Well,
sure
yeah.
because
I
it was
think I think they had significantly higher financial expectations for Lightyear than the average thing because like it even got Lego sets. But
yeah. Toy Story 4
like,
made 1 billion, which is
yeah,
crazy. And this made like a fifth of that.
yeah.
I feel like I was expecting it to make like I don't know, like 400 or 500 million.
Prob- yeah, me too. I think
And
the marketing around this movie was very confusing. I think people didn't
I
know what
agree. Yeah,
to
people didn't
expect.
get it. And then
Yeah,
also like logically speaking, how at the beginning of the movie it says this was the movie Andy saw in theaters. Uh like there's no way that that was this movie.
yeah. One other thing that I did want to bring up is that I thought that some of the action scenes were like very interestingly and dynamically animated. Particularly the one
I
like right at the
agree.
beginning of the movie where he's like
I thought the
running through the
animation in the
forest.
movie was very strong.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like their animation I don't even think has peaked yet because they keep getting better and better with every movie.
yeah. It's like
And
well, with any Pixar movie, it's like unless the animation is really terrible, there's like nothing to comment about because it's just They're the best
Yeah,
animation we've ever seen from Pixar. But you say that every time.
right. They always seem to top themselves, and I'm really impressed because like this the visuals in this movie were incredible to me, and I feel like in 10 years it's gonna be like nothing compared to whatever they're doing.
I particularly like the hyperspace sequence.
Yeah, like that
That
it
was
was honestly beautiful, and that's where
the
I got most of my enjoyment of the movie.
the one thing where that scene suffers though is that the Top Gun test flight scene was still
Yeah.
there, and there was like the same
Yeah,
scene.
that's true. They were probably like planned around the same time because these probably take forever to animate.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Lightyear was planned first.
Yeah. I mean, Top Gun was also shot in like 2019.
Yeah,
So I would guess like around the same time.
and
But yeah.
also I don't think there's any chance that like the studios copied each other. I don't think they knew what they
No.
were doing.
Yeah.
Like,
And
but
then
it's just funny that they both came out at the same time and they're
yeah,
like the same thing.
like 3 weeks apart or something. And then a question, did you care that Tim Allen didn't voice Buzz?
Not really. No, I don't.
I didn't care particularly, but I feel like Chris Evans isn't a great voice actor.
Yeah, I don't think he was as good as Tim Allen, but it wasn't like bad. Like I would not go into this movie or come out of this movie and be like, oh yeah, totally. There was some great voice acting in this movie. No, but I don't think it was
Yeah.
bad. I think it was just maybe
I
average.
wish Hollywood would hire like actual professional voice actors instead of just celebrities.
I thought Taika Waititi's character was a little bit annoying in the movie.
I am so over Taika Waititi in general.
Like
I like I've
he,
had enough of him.
this is one of his worst roles, I think.
Yeah. And then we're not talking about Love and Thunder this episode, but Korg in Love and Thunder I also found very annoying.
I kind of forgot about Love and Thunder. We can talk about it if you want.
I don't really want to.
Well, let's talk about it for 2 minutes. I think it was a pretty average movie, and it was
I
there were
think
too many jokes. It was over. I think it was overdone.
yep, I agree.
I
I
liked the ending a lot though. I thought the ending was cool.
Yeah, people were like cherry picking like a lot of CGI shots from the trailers, but I think visually, like kind of similar to Lightyear, this is a very, very strong movie.
I think uh, Jamal will disagree with you heavily there. I think there's some CGI that's really bad, but I think overall I think you can pick out certain CGI elements that are bad. I think overall it's an
Yeah,
interesting looking movie though.
there are some fantastic shots in it.
Yeah,
But the story, I feel like there was way too much going on at once, and they just need to like completely cut one of the plot lines.
and I also need to cut the joke about the hammers. That was dumb.
Yeah, them like falling in love or
Yeah,
being jealous or whatever. Yeah. Um,
hammer love
I feel
triangle.
like I feel like there was enough content in this movie for 2 movies.
It should have been longer.
Yeah. That's all I really have to say about
Yeah,
Thor: Love and
that's
Thunder.
it's one of the most forgettable MCU movies. I think.
Yeah, I will probably never rewatch it.
I mean, I'll probably rewatch it again eventually, but I don't think that it'll be. It's not
All
very
of the
high up on
Phase
my list.
4 I haven't rewatched any of the Phase 4 projects so far, and I don't plan to in the foreseeable future.
I rewatched WandaVision and Doctor Strange, and I think that was it.
Yeah.
I think I
Uh
rewatched the one episode of Falcon Winter Soldier that Zemo was in, or
oh
the
yeah.
one that he was very important in, the third episode.
Yeah. The next
Um,
movie is a movie that is not forgettable because it's unique and interesting. That's Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, which we saw, was it the last day of June?
yeah, I think so. I think it was June
That was
30th.
almost a month ago. Wow. Um,
Oh, it was
so for
exactly a
those who
month ago.
don't know, this is like a mockumentary about a man who moves into an Airbnb house and there's a talking shell with shoes
It's
on.
it's based on these three internet shorts from like 2010 ish on YouTube.
Yeah.
And
And
the same director is doing the same thing.
I don't think anyone watching this has probably seen the movie. Maybe like one person. So I'm gonna try
Yeah,
not to spoil it.
yeah.
But
To be fair, there's not that much you can spoil about it.
there
It'll still
no,
be
there
very
isn't, yeah.
entertaining if you do watch it,
Yeah.
but we'll avoid
And
spoilers.
even yeah, the trailer also spoils a lot. Like well spoils. But yeah. I thought it was like really charming. I do think it went on for a little too long, even though it was like an
Wasn't it?
hour and a half.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I don't think the pacing was that bad. Maybe a
I don't
little
think it was
bit.
bad. I
Or like
think it was like not great, but I didn't think it was bad.
okay, yeah, I can sort of agree with that. I think I
Yeah.
liked this movie a little bit more than you did, but
Hmm.
we both liked it a lot. And I would strongly
Yeah.
recommend if you can find a theater showing it, I would recommend checking it out.
The animation in this movie is also phenomenal.
Yeah, it looks very much. I wonder like is it all stop motion or
Yeah, it's stop motion.
it's all stop motion?
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's very impressive stop motion.
It is very impressive. Yeah. Like Lego movie levels of impressive stop motion.
The Lego movie wasn't stop motion though; it was CGI.
Wasn't some of it stop motion?
What only like the
Oh,
brick films in the background. It was other than that, it was
really?
all CGI designed to look
I
like stop motion.
learn something new every day. Okay, I thought it was all stop motion. Wow. I guess I'm not a true fan.
Yeah,
I just got exposed on the podcast. Okay. But yeah,
yeah.
this one actually is stop motion and it is incredibly impressive, I promise. And yeah, it's just like a feel good movie. And it made nothing at the box office, which is sad.
I know. I made like 3 million.
Yeah. To be
Which,
fair, it couldn't have had a very high budget, right?
yeah, it was probably a pretty low budget thing, but
I'm
still,
gonna look it up right
I
now.
think they expected it to do. I don't know how much they expected it to do. I guess A24 does do a lot of things that end up in that range. Like Come On only made like 3 million or something, which is
Yeah.
another extremely underrated movie.
They basically just made everything back from uh everything everywhere. It doesn't say the budget anywhere,
Yeah, I
but
don't think I had seen anything at the budget.
I would be very surprised if it was anything more than 10 million.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it looked cheap, it's just a small scale movie.
Yeah. Also, another observation that I pointed out while we were in the theater. Hope I hope that it was filmed in the same place that La La Land was, because that would be cool.
Yeah, there is a similar setting. And another cool thing, shout out to them because they gave us like $5 vouchers if we
Oh yeah. Wait,
completed a quiz about it.
I think I have that piece of paper somewhere, but I don't know where.
I do not
If
have
only
it.
if only I
It's
had it
long
readily
gone.
accessible.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you 3 years away in Boston or something.
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
We got lost in Boston after we watched it, which was funny.
Yeah. We walked around in a giant spiral.
Yeah. But strongly recommend it. Watch
Yep.
Marcel the Jealous Shoes on. And
For
then
reference, I gave it a 4.5. Andy, you gave it a 3.5 or a 4.
yeah, 3.5.
Okay.
It could be a 4.
But it is in my top 10 of the year, and I think it's in
I
yours too.
I don't think it is.
I thought it was.
It is number 12.
Okay, it's close.
So yeah, it's close. Really good movie overall. Yeah. But it was like the third best A24 movie this year.
Yeah, after top 2 are Everything Everywhere and After Yang.
Yeah.
That's also my top 2.
No
Actually,
way.
and Marcel would also be number 3. No way.
So the next movie we have to talk about is Nope, which is the newest movie as well. Opened was it last weekend? Yeah, it was last weekend.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
21st that we saw it.
I got in a car crash when I went to see this movie. First time that's ever happened. So that was fun.
Specifically, the first time you've ever gotten in a car crash on your way to go see Nope.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
First time I've gotten in a car crash in general, but yeah. Would you like to share your thoughts on this one first?
I thought that so overall, I thought it was a good movie. I gave it a 4. I like this better than Get Out, I think, which controversial opinion slightly. I really liked I think visually this was a really cool movie too. I wish we'd gone to see it in IMAX. I think it would have been cooler in IMAX. I've heard good things about IMAX, and it's all your fault that we didn't see it in IMAX.
I'm so
But
sorry.
I don't know how much we want to go into spoilers on this. What do you think?
I think the big twist we should not say, but I think other than that, there's not much else to spoil.
What is the big twist? Like there's several twists. Are you talking about
like
the thing in
what
the
the
sky?
UFO is. Yeah.
Oh, what the UFO is? But we can say there's a UFO.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, because
the
it's in the trailers.
okay, it is okay. I didn't watch the trailer. I think I watched the first
Yeah,
trailer a million times, but I didn't watch the second trailer, and they didn't show any of what it actually was in the first one.
yeah,
But okay, so that's kind of I wanted to ask because the scene that in particular where I was like, wow, this movie is cool, is the first scene where you like see the UFO and he's like running through and he ends up in that like barn thing
yeah. That
where
was a
where
very cool
the
scene.
camera's like panning back and forth to
Yeah,
it. I thought that scene was probably visually the best one in the movie.
yeah.
And I think
I liked
visually the
the
movie
scene
was
at
really
the
good.
end where it transformed. I'm not gonna say anything else, but
Yeah, that
the
was cool too. But
yeah, that looked very interesting. The plot of this movie, I guess I should just say my general thoughts. I give it a 3 out of 5. It could be a 3.5 for me, but at the same time, I feel like this was an example of Jordan Peele trying too hard with like the metaphors and everything. I feel like with Get Out, which I liked better than this, I feel like that they kind of flowed more naturally into the story about how, this guy is in this house and everyone's acting weird and they're kidnapping him and like switching his brain. And they very how would I describe it? Like the racism metaphors like flow in there in a very like efficient way. I don't know if efficient's the right word, but you know what I mean. Like they feel like they fit.
yeah,
And in here, I we can probably say the main theme of the movie is animal exploitation, and I feel like it did not quite fit as well in a movie about a guy on a horse ranch with UFOs
I don't
or
know.
a UFO.
I thought that that theme worked really well throughout the movie. I don't want to go too much into it specifically, but
Well, so there is this one
like
subplot that involves a monkey
yeah,
that
that was a little bit. I get
yeah,
it, I get it, but it did feel a little bit out of place.
yeah. They dedicate maybe about 20 minutes of time to this subplot that ends up going nowhere.
I
Um
don't. I wouldn't say it goes nowhere.
it
I
doesn't
I don't want to. I don't want to explain it because I don't want to spoil it. But
yeah,
I don't.
that's fair.
I think it tied in.
It definitely like fit the larger narrative, but it didn't contribute to the story.
It. I thought it kind of did though.
It did a little bit, but it wasn't the it didn't
It
seamlessly
also.
fit in like it didn't get out.
I mean, maybe I just don't remember Get Out well enough. But I didn't think. I thought Get Out was a little bit. I I I, I got it and like it worked, but I don't think it was anything particularly special.
Yeah, I don't think Get Out is a masterpiece like a lot of people do. I think it's pretty good, but I don't think it's like one of the best modern horror films of our time.
Okay.
But I do think it's a really good piece of satire, and I don't think Nope is.
I don't think Nope was really trying to be satire.
It was.
Not. I mean, I don't necessarily know if satire was. I don't know if satire is the right word. I don't think it was trying to be as strong as satire as something like Get Out.
Well, yeah, I guess so. It
Because
was
that
yeah, it was
for it to be satire, doesn't it have to be like making fun of it? Isn't that part of what
no,
satire is?
it just has to
Oh,
be criticizing an element
okay,
that someone thinks is wrong with society.
okay.
I took a class on this
Mm,
last year. Like Nope definitely is a satire, but I don't think it's very good at it.
I don't think it was necessarily trying to be just a satire.
Yeah. No. Like
Okay,
obviously there's other
yeah,
elements, but the satire pieces of it just didn't work as well for me as they did in Get
okay.
Out. And for reference, I don't think neither of us have seen Us, right?
No,
I
not yet.
haven't.
I'll
Okay.
watch it soon. But
Yeah, I will soon. Um, I haven't heard the best things about it, but like I didn't think Nope was bad. I was like intrigued to figure out what was going on. I thought all the performances were really strong. Kiki Palmer was the best performance in my opinion.
I thought I liked the Angel was actually like a better character than I was expecting him to be.
Yeah,
Fry's electronics guy. Like I was expecting him to be kind
he
of
was
like a
okay.
crappy comic relief character, but I thought he was kind of entertaining.
I
I
didn't love him.
I thought that the like filmmaker dude, they brought him in too late for him to like
Yeah, he
be
was
that.
he was a very
He
intriguing character, but yeah, they did bring him in too
they
late.
and they didn't do enough with him. I don't think. I think
Yeah,
with the amount that they used him, I feel like they could have cut that subplot out of the
yeah.
movie.
And then I feel like Jupiter, the guy who owned the ranch, was the most interesting character in the movie, but they just didn't give him enough time.
The main character, or
No, 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 no.
the other
The
guy.
Asian
Okay.
guy
Yes.
who
Okay.
owned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they even tell us the name of like the main character? I don't remember.
It's OJ.
Oh yeah, they do. They do. You're right.
Yeah,
I didn't remember it though.
Otis Jr. Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya, I think that's how you say it, was great in this.
Yeah,
But
he
I'm
was.
also very sad that he won't be in Black Panther.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, he was great in Black
Yeah,
Panther. So yeah,
he's
that's
gonna.
all I really have to say about Nope. I'm still looking forward to whatever Jordan Peele does next, whatever Daniel Kaluuya does next. It was good, just not like the best thing ever in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think it was. It was definitely not the best thing of the year for me. I think it was probably like, I don't know. It's mid range.
Yeah. All right, the next topic is, drumroll please, The Gray Man, the Russo brothers' new film that hit Netflix a couple weeks ago, last week
It
maybe.
came out in theaters on the 15th, and then on Netflix on the 22nd.
Okay.
I saw it. I saw it
Yeah,
in
you saw it in
theaters on the
theaters.
15th.
Yeah, you were
Um,
like one of 10 people who did that.
there were more people in the theater than I was expecting there to be. Honestly, like
Yeah,
there were probably like 20 people. It was crazy.
I don't get the point of doing that if it's going to be on Netflix, but
I mean,
some people are theater people.
but if anything, like there are a lot of Netflix movies that I don't think really benefit from seeing in theaters. But I don't know, a larger action movie like this, I feel like benefited
Yeah,
from being seen on a theater screen.
I feel like this movie, I feel like I'm too overly negative sometimes, and because I feel like you always think higher of movies than I do, but I feel like this movie in particular was just like the definition of mediocrity to me.
I
Like,
thought it was better than mediocre.
I don't know. Like, I hardly remember much of the plot. It was another $200 million action movie with famous people in it. And
But one of the
I
famous
just,
people is Ryan Gosling, which is good.
I know, but I
He
just
should.
don't really
I,
care.
I will also say I would rather have seen Ryan Gosling doing other better movies than this, but I was
I
happy to see
agree.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like every movie I've seen Ryan Gosling in was better than this. And I was just bored when I was watching it. I didn't care about any of the characters and anything. I think it was like well shot and some of the action was cool, but the all the characters were just nothing, and the writing is just something I could have written. Like it's not anything unique at all.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that special or anything, but I think it was an enjoyable movie to watch.
Yeah.
I had
And
fun with it.
then yeah, like there were some scenes where I was like, "Oh, this is cool." I liked
I
Chris
liked
Evans in
the
it.
yeah. Chris Evans was good. I think
Yeah.
he was probably the best performance in the movie, or at least the most fun.
Yeah.
I liked Ryan Gosling too, though.
I feel like they should. I say this very cautiously because nowadays movies put jokes every 2 seconds, but I feel like Chris Evans should have like played up the goofiness of his character a little bit more.
He wasn't in it that much. Like I think he
Yeah,
should have been a bigger part of it.
yeah. And then Ana de
Because
Armas was in
I
this for
think
like 2 seconds.
she was in it way more than
Well,
2 seconds.
yeah,
Like
but
compared to
she just
Bond, she was in this way more than No Time to Die.
yeah,
You
that's
you
true.
saw that, right?
She
You
was in
saw it.
Bond
Okay.
for like 1 second. I don't
Yeah,
know, but like comparatively to like other roles she's been in, I feel like she's just barely in this movie at all.
she was in it more than I thought she would be.
Yeah,
But I guess I was also kind of expecting a Bond level role.
She just plays the same character she does in every movie in this movie.
Well, not in Knives Out, but like same
Knives Out was
characters in
the
Bond.
yeah.
Well, no, she actually is not, she's not really the same characters in Bond because in Bond she's like completely inexperienced and doesn't really know what she's doing.
Yeah, that's true. Either way, like I don't know. And then they announced a couple days ago that this movie is getting a sequel and a spin-off,
Yeah,
which is just so unnecessary.
I mean the movie did decently well for them, I think, didn't it?
I'll probably end up watching them both,
It's
but
been.
like
I mean, I'll watch them regard. I'll watch anything Ryan Gosling is in. So.
yeah, me too. I agree. Yeah,
Um,
it's just like if to someone who has time for like one movie a week, I just would say like watch most other 2022 movies over this.
I thought this was like mid range 2022. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was fun.
Well, at least some of the low range ones, like I had like
Like
stronger emotions when I watched Lightyear than this, even though I liked Lightyear less.
I enjoyed this more than like Thor: Love and Thunder, easily.
I enjoyed it about the same as Thor.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I thought this was a fun movie. It was like Fantastic Beasts 3 level.
I agree. Yeah, I was like, but I also didn't really like Fantastic Beasts 3 that much.
This is also more fun than Fantastic Beasts 3 was.
Yeah, I agree. Fantastic Beasts 3 was just pretty boring in a lot of parts and unnecessary. So that's all I got to say about The Gray Man.
Yeah. It was fun. If you're looking for some fun popcorn movie to watch, I would recommend it over other. It's a million times better than Red Notice was.
I would recommend every other movie in this podcast that we've talked about so far, other than this.
Yeah, I probably would too. Yeah, I definitely would.
Yeah.
Unless you like hate horror movies for some reason, then I guess watch this over Nope. But otherwise, I don't think this was that much worse than Nope. I like Nope. Nope is like the next level up.
Yeah. I think if you're gonna watch one, watch Marcel.
Yeah, Marcel is the.
Or you could watch Cha Cha Real Smooth, which is our next movie that we'll
smooth
talk
transition.
Cha Cha Real Smooth transition.
I wanted us to talk about this in a podcast episode about like 6 weeks ago. So it's been 6 weeks since I've watched it. So I don't know how much I'll be able to contribute to the discussion about specific plot points, which is unfortunate. But
I watched it about 9 hours ago.
Yeah. So yeah. I'm gonna like count on you to carry the conversation here a little bit. But before I'll start, I guess, and then I'll let you pick up with specific things about it. So this is the second movie written and directed by Cooper Raiff, who did Shithouse last 2 years ago, which I enjoyed Shithouse a lot. So I was very excited for this, and I was like counting down the days until it released, and I watched it in Chicago at like midnight on the day it came out.
Yes, you did. I remember.
I eventually turned it off and went to sleep and finished it in the morning because I was very tired. But and also it took way too long for me to get my computer to work.
Yeah.
So, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a well done movie. I know one of the complaints that you brought up was the main the main character performance is not very good, which I don't think it was that bad. I think it's a decent performance. I think he's better in Shithouse than this.
It just annoyed me.
Well, he is the director, so.
Oh, he directed it too?
Yeah, he directed it and wrote it and
Interesting.
He did the same thing in Shithouse.
So he's probably not getting that many notes about his performance then, if he's also the director.
Yeah, probably. Have to.
That's okay. That's very interesting. So this movie, I would say, is kind of like a modern day Graduate, but like with a lighter tone overall.
I think it's fair.
So I enjoyed it overall. My biggest complaint, like I just said, was the lead character's performance. I just found to be very annoying. I think he was trying to play overly hard into like the quirkiness of the character.
He does a similar thing in Shithouse.
Yeah, I have not seen Shithouse, but I want
to. We should talk about that in a future episode.
Yeah, because I did like this movie a lot. It's in my top 10. It is number 10
I think
of
it's
this
number
year.
11 on mine.
And then
Yeah.
Dakota Johnson plays the female lead. I have not seen her in much, but I thought she was very good in this. And then there is also her daughter who plays an autistic girl, and I thought it did a pretty good job of representing that community,
I
which
think I don't quote me on this. I think she might be the actress might be autistic. I don't.
she is
I'm
autistic
not.
in real life. I
Okay.
googled it because
Okay.
I was like, because I work with children as a job, and I was watching the movie and I was like, either she's an incredible actress or she actually is autistic and also a good actress. And it was the latter. So, like, as someone who has like a lot of experience in real life with the autistic community, I was impressed by how well they pulled that off, and how good of an actress she was, and that the relationship between her and the main character Andrew kind of carried the movie, in my opinion. I thought they were great together.
Did you
And
watch?
then
Did you watch the trailer for this movie?
no, I had no
Okay.
idea what it was about before I
Okay.
watched it.
Because I watched the trailer and I was worried based on the trailer that the movie would feel like it feels like the entire movie's in the trailer and it's really not, which I was
Okay,
pleasantly surprised by.
maybe I'll check out the trailer and see compare. And then I really liked the ending of this movie too. I feel like they could have like gone the easy way out. I guess I could just spoil it. It's been out for more than a month. They could have just gone the easy way out and had her Dakota Johnson like run off with the main character and be like, "Oh, I find happiness in you, like you're my soulmate." But she
Okay.
doesn't, but they decide to like be cool with each other. And the husband was also cool with it, and he was like, "Thanks for looking out for my family," to him, and I thought that was a really good ending because it's realistic.
That was one of the things that I was worried about from the trailer.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
yeah. Also, that'll be an interesting thing to remember when we talk about Shithouse.
okay. Because I compared it to The Graduate, and I like The Graduate a lot,
I don't
maybe
remember the
even
ending
more
of The
than this
Graduate at
movie.
all.
Okay, so in the ending of The Graduate, he crashes their wedding, gets into a fist fight with the dad, and runs off with their daughter. And that for that, I was like, this would never happen in real life. But for this ending, I feel like they actually like sat back and were like, okay, what's like a realistic outcome if people were in this situation? And I feel like a lot of the actions that the characters took were very realistic and
I think
portrayed very well.
I think that's something that Cooper Raiff does really well, but in both this
Yeah.
and Shithouse.
Yeah. Like everyone in this movie felt like a real person, which I thought was great. And then the soundtrack I also thought was really good.
Yeah, I thought the soundtrack is good too.
Yeah. Like they go to a bunch of parties in this, lots of like party type music, but I think everything worked pretty well.
I agree.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel very positive about this movie. It's
I I
oh
will say I did not like this movie as much as I liked Apple TV Plus's like big movie of last year because these were both festival winners. I don't remember what festival it is, but they were both festival winners at the same festival. And I think between this and Coda, I like Coda more.
I liked this more than Coda.
Okay, and they're both very
Uh
good movies, but
yeah, one of my biggest complaints with Coda is that people in that movie did not feel like real people.
I think they felt like good people,
Uh
except for maybe the band teacher.
yeah, that's example A for me. Uh that like that entire character in Coda just screamed like, "Oh, I'm words on a script." Um but yeah, like I feel very positive about this. The more that I talk about it, the more that I think about it, the more I think I should bump it up to a 4 out of 5, but I have
I
it
think
at
you should too.
3.5.
I gave
Yeah.
did I think I just gave it a 4. I will say I remembered being a little bit disappointed by this movie. I was hoping it would be better than it was. It was still a good movie, but I had higher expectations. I think I like
I
Shithouse more than this still.
it was about as good as I was expecting.
I think the ending of this movie is better than Shithouse's ending, but otherwise Shithouse is a better movie.
I'll be sure to check out Shithouse. So, yeah. Our next topic is moving on to older stuff that we both watched, which is Breaking Bad. Lots of memes about it, lots of conversation about it these days. I watched the entire show in June, and you watched the entire show in July, right?
I think I started it in June, but I
Maybe you
finished
did.
in July.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know what to say that hasn't been said already. What did you think about it
Yeah,
overall?
I thought it was very good overall. I think it had like a couple of there were a couple like small things that were like that were a little bit too long, but I think the majority of the show is very solid. I
Yeah,
think
I agree.
I still think that I can think of like specific episodes of this show that I like really particularly enjoyed. Like
Yeah.
I still go back to season 2, the episode where they're in the desert for 4 days. That's
Yeah,
still one of my
that's a
favorite
great
episodes.
episode.
Um,
Ozymandias is the
yeah,
best.
that's
Like
that.
everyone agrees on that.
There's no point in mentioning that one because everyone already
Yeah,
knows.
it has a 10 out of 10 on IMDb. I mean, what else can you say?
Does it have a 10? I thought it was a 9.9.
I think it's a 10.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Okay. I also like the Train Heist episode in season 5. That was a good one. There was like a consistent string of like 4 episodes in a row that were really good in season 2. Yeah, like
Yeah,
Breakage, Better Call Saul.
Ozymandias
Uh,
has a 10 out of 10,
okay,
which I think is deserved.
yeah,
I know we got Ricky to watch it. He's in the middle of it right now. And then honestly, it's just one of those shows that gets better as the seasons go on.
yeah.
I
I think season 4 was a little bit worse than season 3.
I think season 3 and 4 are about equal in quality, and then 5 is the best.
I, I
Um,
think I think season 4 is a dip, but otherwise, like it never gets bad. But I think
yeah,
season
I
4
agree.
is a little bit
There's
worse.
not one episode where I was like, I feel like I wasted my time, or I feel like this episode didn't need to be in the show. Everything was great, and I feel the same
I feel like I
way.
might have said that like once or twice.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Better Call Saul too. Except season 4 of Better Call Saul, I really didn't like that much.
I did watch season 1 of Better Call Saul. I finished that.
Yeah,
I thought it was fine. I don't think it was nearly as good as Breaking Bad season 1.
yeah. So I will say, actually, with Better Call Saul, I did feel that way once, where I was like, "This is a waste of an episode. Why did I watch this?" And that was last week's episode,
Okay.
which I won't spoil. But this next Monday's episode is called Breaking Bad. Like that's the name of the episode, and I am just so overly hyped. I cannot wait for it. For reference, Jeff, you just said you watched season 1. I'm all the
Yeah.
way caught up. So I'm hopefully going to finish the show with everyone else.
When
But
does the
yeah,
show
the
end? Like when's the last episode?
August 15th.
August 15th. I don't know if I can
Yeah,
finish 4 seasons in 15 days.
this the upcoming episode is the third to last.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Breaking
Yeah.
Bad, just a thing that we both watched recently. Most people have seen it. If you haven't already, go check it out. Like
Yeah.
I cannot hype this show up enough. It's
It leaves
phenomenal.
Netflix in 2025, right? So you have until
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Until it goes to AMC Plus, Walter.
Nobody wants AMC Plus, so watch it before it leaves
Yeah,
Netflix.
I have a free trial of AMC Plus that expires tomorrow,
That's unfortunate.
and then I'm gonna make a new account with another email so I can watch the next episode.
Hmm.
So
Quite
I
the
need
loophole.
4 emails total to watch, or 3 emails total to watch the rest. So next we got 2 more topics. Do you want to talk about the Oppenheimer trailer first because that's shorter?
Yeah, sure. So Oppenheimer trailer, played before Nope, which it was pretty cool. We we'd heard that it was going to premiere or play before Nope, like before we were in the theater, right? We'd known that.
Yeah. I kind of
So we
wish
were
I didn't
sitting.
know that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think it's funny that we did know that because
Yeah.
we get through all the trailers. It plays like the Halloween Ends trailer, and then Nicole Kidman ad comes on. We're like, oh no, where's the Oppenheimer trailer? But
Yeah.
like, it's like actually attached to the movie.
Mhm.
Have you seen how they uploaded it online?
Yeah, it's a live
How it's
stream,
just a
right?
live stream? Did you notice that the
Yeah.
timer goes down every time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I I thought it was weird that they did the live stream, but now I get it.
I think it's awesome. Like, Christopher Nolan, that man manages to like top himself every
So
time with the craziness of what he does.
my question is, do you think that there's a different like version of the trailer attached to every single showtime of Nope?
Probably, yeah.
That seems like kind of a lot of effort, but I I'm here for it.
I I
Yeah.
I wouldn't see why not.
Well, I feel like it would be just like I don't know. It's they'd have so many different files of this trailer.
Yeah. But what's weird is what we're talking about is it's uh a countdown to the 78th anniversary of
Are you
the
100% sure of that?
bomb dropping off. I'm 100% sure of that.
Yeah, I I would be surprised if they do not do like a special early access screening on that day.
Yeah. Uh it makes sense because it's going to release different days, different times all around the world. But
I
also
mean,
like yeah, why that day?
yeah, I think it's weird that they're gonna make it go to that day and they're not gonna release it in any countries on that day.
Yeah. I'm guessing that's when they're going to do the premiere. They're
What day
probably
of the
going to
week is
start it
it?
like I'm not sure.
What day is it? The 15th?
Maybe. I don't know.
July. If it's the 15th of 2023, it's Saturday.
Okay. I think it would be cool if and he probably will end up doing this because it's Christopher Nolan. If they made the premiere and the exact moment that the countdown ends is the part in the movie where the bomb goes off.
I feel like they wouldn't do that.
I feel like they would do that.
I don't know that. I guess I haven't been to a premiere in a long time, but I don't know if they always start exactly on schedule. Do they?
I don't know. Uh,
I feel like things could get in the way at a big premiere like
yeah,
that.
I have
But
never
I
been to
guess
like a
what do I
world
know?
premiere for a movie. Yeah,
Neither have I.
it would be cool if they did it, but yeah, you never know. But the last, well, I guess I should say, insanely hyped for this movie. Christopher
Yeah,
Nolan's one of the best working directors of all time. Uh, yeah, I
I'm also very
hope I
excited
love
for
it.
it.
Yeah,
I thought the trailer was better than the movie Nope. Not that Nope was bad, but I
I
was
agree.
more
Yeah,
excited about the trailer.
the trailer just got me hyped. Like I have not
Yeah,
felt that way about a trailer in a long time.
it's very good. Now I'm waiting for the Barbie trailer.
Yeah,
You gotta decide
they
which
should
one
have
you're gonna
released
see
the Barbie
first.
trailer on the same day. That would have been funny.
Yeah, I think so. They probably don't have a trailer ready though, like at all. They're like
Yeah.
still filming. Isn't
No,
they're they're done filming Oppenheimer, right?
yes, I think they wrapped a few weeks ago.
Okay, that's
And
what I thought.
I think Barbie's close to being done.
I have
Like
no clue when
I
Barbie's
think I
gonna
read
happen, but
somewhere it'll be done in August, but I don't
okay.
know. Uh, anyways, the San Diego Comic Con announcements from last week. I'm still mind blown that they did what they did. I was expecting the Marvel panel just to talk like about She-Hulk and Black Panther 2 and maybe like the Guardian special and the Werewolf by Night special, which
Yeah,
funnily enough they didn't.
I know. I was very surprised that they didn't say a single thing about the Guardian special. I was expecting a trailer
Yeah.
for that, to be honest.
So I'm guessing we're gonna get that. Well, I don't think we're gonna get a trailer for a little bit, but I'm guessing they're gonna like talk a little more about it and announce Werewolf by Night at D23.
When is D23?
I think the first week of September.
First week of September. Okay. It would be really weird if they don't announce. Like, I'm not convinced that Werewolf by Night is happening this year.
I am convinced,
But
but
like they haven't announced it, and it's supposed to come out in like October. So if they announce it
yeah,
at D23 and it comes out a month later,
but it's not
uh,
like it's like it's a special. It's like a one-time thing.
Yeah, but we've known about I Am Groot for like 2 years.
Yeah,
I think it's weird. We've known about the
yeah.
holiday special for like 4 years.
But we have not known about it for 4 years. It's been
At
like
least three.
I think it's been less than 2.
I'm pretty sure they
Didn't
announced
they?
it in like 2019.
I thought it was the end of 2020.
When was the Guardians holiday special announced? Wasn't it announced? Like it was announced when they did their whole the whole Disney Plus Phase 4 slate. It was announced at that the same time WandaVision was announced. They announced the Guardians holiday special,
Maybe
and
they did.
I'm pretty because WandaVision is supposed to be 2020.
Is Guardians Holiday Special Phase 5?
I don't know. They said that they did. One of the announcements that they made was that Phase 4 would be ending with Wakanda Forever.
But then
But
they
they
said
also
Phase 5
didn't.
would be beginning with Quantumania.
Yeah. So
Phase
my
4.5,
assumption
here we come.
my assumption is that Phase 4 includes the Guardians special, and they didn't want to say Phase 4 is going to end with the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Yeah, that makes
Like,
sense. I don't know.
also, do we have a confirmed release date? Well, I guess we don't have a confirmed release date for that, but I wouldn't be
No,
surprised if it was also
December.
in November.
I would think December.
I mean, I would think December, but sometimes they release holiday stuff early. Like they released the like Christmas Star Wars thing in like October, I think.
Well, but then they also like have something every month. So like they could do She-Hulk
Yeah,
in August and September, Werewolf in October, Wakanda Forever in November, and then Guardians in December.
I still am skeptical of the whole Werewolf by Night thing.
It's happening, trust me.
It's
Like
happening, but I don't know if it'll happen till next year.
I will put money on it that it is this year.
How much money?
I'll put like $10 on it.
$10 on it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm that confident. Yeah. It's gonna happen. But they just announced a crazy amount of stuff, including
The name of the
Avengers.
whole Phase 4 through 6 Multiverse
The
Saga. Not
Multiverse
that
Saga.
that's probably the least predictable name anyone ever could have come up with. There's no way anyone ever would have guessed that.
Yeah. And then
But I guess the big news there is that it's ending with Phase 6.
Yeah. I think the only new movies they announced are Avengers Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars.
Thunderbolts, that wasn't announced before.
Well, we knew about that.
We knew about it, but it wasn't announced.
Yeah, that's true.
We also didn't know if it was a movie or a show.
Fair enough. Okay, so yeah, we got Thunderbolts, which it sounds cool. I hope it's not like a rip-off Suicide Squad.
It'll be cool because Zemo will be in it, and if Zemo's not in it, I think we can riot.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited for Thunderbolts. But Marvel in general lately, I've been very critical.
My biggest hope for Thunderbolts is that Justin Hammer comes back.
I feel like they might be saving him for Armor Wars.
But like, isn't Armor Wars still supposed to come out first?
Before what?
Before Thunderbolts.
I don't think so. They never gave it a release date.
But they did initially. I think they said 2023, like when they first announced it.
Yeah, I think it's had a lot of problems.
Yeah,
and
it is still happening though.
Yeah, they like someone said it was canceled, and then the like producer was like, no, it's still happening.
The writer, main writer.
The writer, yeah. But like wouldn't say when. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that's like Phase 7.
I don't think it'll be Phase 7. I think it's still one of the unnamed release dates within Phase 4 through 6.
I think it's like 2025 at the earliest.
I think it'll be late 2024.
They haven't even started filming it yet.
Okay, they started filming like there's a very low like turnover rate with these. Like they do them stupidly quickly usually.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, like I've been very critical of Marvel recently, but this like slate gets me excited again.
I think there's honestly not too much in this slate that I'm not excited about. I'm excited for I'm excited for the Avengers movies. They did also announce that Dustin Daniel Cretton, who did Shang-Chi, is going to be doing the Kang Dynasty. and for that reason, I'm
I'm
excited.
very, very excited for Kang Dynasty. Secret Wars, like, is more. That's like one of the few comics I've ever read in my life, and I thought it was like just okay.
I
I know
don't
it'll be
think,
different.
I don't put any like stock in what the things are named
Yeah,
based off of, because like
yeah.
they're never the same at all.
Well, like the Secret Wars storyline just isn't that cool to me. For people who don't know, it basically,
People get
uh,
replaced with Skrulls, right? Is that?
no, that's Secret
That's
Invasion.
no.
Uh, Secret Wars is when
I
this,
thought Secret Wars was like tied to Secret Invasion somehow.
no, it's not. Um, Secret Wars is when this dude like randomly decides to take a bunch of heroes and villains and put them on his planet and make them fight. And
I thought that was like Contest of Champions or something.
no, and then Doctor Doom like steals his power. I'm trying to remember what his name is. It's like one of those weird ones, like Eternity. Uh,
It should be Korvac.
it's not Korvac,
I don't know who Korvac is, but I know the
but
name.
like,
He was in like one of like
go,
Marvel games or something.
yeah, Ultron is in it. Is in Secret Wars, which it would be cool if he came back. Just gonna Google it and see.
I still think it would have been cool if Ultron came back in WandaVision.
Yeah, I agree.
I think White Vision should have been Ultron. It would have been cool. I think
Oh, it's the Beyonder. That's the dude that does it.
the Beyonder.
Yeah, and then yeah, it's like okay, but the Kang Dynasty movie I'm really excited about because I have not read many Kang comics, but like from what I know, it sounds interesting.
I don't know much about any Kang comics at all, but I'm just excited because of the director.
Yeah, I hope it involves like a lot more time travel than Endgame did.
Wouldn't it be more like multiverse travel than time travel?
Sort of, but not really.
Okay.
Because the idea behind Kang is like he has like a bunch of variants that all go into one timeline and like fuck everything up because like there's a ton of him.
Okay.
Yeah. But
The other
like
thing,
he like oh sorry, go ahead.
no, I was gonna move past King Dynasty unless you have more to talk
Okay.
about it.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say the other thing that I'm very excited for is Daredevil Born Again. And I
Yeah.
I was skeptical about it, but the thing that is giving me some amount of hope is the fact that it is 18 episodes and not 6.
Yeah, if it was 6 episodes, that would have been like the nail in the coffin. All
Yeah,
these 6 episode series are trash. I'm sorry, someone had to say it.
I think
Uh
some of them are okay, but like most of them try to tell more than a 6 episode story in 6 episodes.
6 episodes just doesn't work. That's like
Six
one of
ep-
the biggest
6 episodes
problems.
can work if you write a story that'll fit 6 episodes, but they never do.
They're all just bloated movies.
I think Moon Knight is probably story wise the best one, or the
Yeah,
one
I
that works
agree.
best in 6 episodes. I guess Miss Marvel too works pretty decently.
Yeah, but
However,
like
Miss
Falcon
Marvel,
and Winter Soldier's 6 episode structure sucked.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, 18 episodes. I will watch it. I just don't really like Daredevil. I know that's like a really hot take, but
That is a really hot take. I'm
I
personally
just
offended.
I don't know.
Did
I
you
just
did
didn't.
you watch all of Daredevil?
I watched season one. I didn't really
Uh,
like it that much.
you have to get to season 3. You have to watch all of Daredevil before.
I will watch all of Daredevil before Born Again comes out.
Okay, you also have to watch Defenders between seasons 2 and 3. It's important.
I'll think about it. I don't
You
know.
have
I don't
to.
really care for Marvel TV at all.
Well, Daredevil is the best Marvel. You can't say you don't care about Marvel TV and then not watch Daredevil or Agents of Shield.
I've seen Daredevil season one.
No, but you haven't seen season 3 is the best one.
Okay, fine. I'll someday I will watch it before
Okay.
Born Again.
I've
Probably
been
like
telling
right before Born Again.
I've been telling everybody that they have to watch it and nobody does, and it's sad.
I'll be 20 when that show comes out.
Okay. I'll be more than 20. Is that 2024?
Yeah.
Fall 2024?
Yeah.
I'll be 24.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. I think so. That and Kang Dynasty are the two things I'm most excited for. I'm excited for Echo. Echo will probably almost be better than Born Again only because it's written by the same writers as Daredevil. I'm a little concerned by the writers for Born Again. They're not like they haven't done anything that was good at all.
Yeah.
So it's a little
I
concerning.
don't really care about the character of Echo.
I
I have
don't care
not
about the
like.
character of Echo, but have you heard the rumors that Daredevil and Kingpin are going to be important in that show?
Yeah, but also I don't know. I don't really care about
You
like
you
this.
also just don't care about Daredevil or Kingpin, which
No, I
is
don't.
unfortunate.
I think Kingpin's cool. I just don't
King,
love like the street level Marvel stuff.
I'm more excited about the street level Marvel stuff at this point than I am about anything bigger than that.
I like the like big cosmic event. That's what I care about more
Okay,
with Marvel.
like I think the things that I am most interested in going forward are whatever they do with Scarlet Witch and whatever they do with Daredevil.
Okay, Scarlet Witch
Those
is
are
definitely not street level, but
well,
yeah.
yeah. Like I'm interested in the street level stuff and then
No, I
Scarlet
know.
Witch, and that's about it.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Uh, that's all I have to say for
Um,
everything on our
I
list.
think I'm trying to. There's definitely other things from Comic Con that I wanted to say. There's something else.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
freshman year isn't an MCU
oh yeah,
show.
yeah,
It
yeah, yeah.
kind of bugs me.
That
Yeah.
yeah, that I feel kind of mad that they've like completely taken away the premise that they
Yeah.
gave us. They should have just not announced it before if they wanted to completely change it.
Well, so apparently there's going to be some content before he meets Norman Osborn that is exactly the same as it would be in the MCU with like before he met Tony Stark, which is weird.
So there's gonna be like, but they should have just made like season one that, and then like
Yeah.
split
But
into.
also, yeah, I just want
It's still
one
just weird.
animated show. I want an animated show, not an animated series of shorts. I am Groot. I want a show that's like canon to the MCU and actually like adds something to the timeline.
Yeah, I think that would be nice. Also, can
Yeah.
we talk about how zombies are gonna be TVMA, which is wild? That like
That is
that's the
so weird. Yeah. That is
I
probably
like
going to be the first R-rated Marvel Studios project.
that is absolutely like if you were to give me like if you were to tell me, hey, I'll give you $10 if you can guess the first like
Yeah.
TVMA Marvel Studios project. That is absolutely my last guess. Is that it's gonna be an animated zombie show.
It wouldn't be my last guess. I think Miss Marvel probably would have been,
I
but
mean, fair.
it
It's
would
got to
be
be
pretty
something that
far
hasn't
down the
come out yet,
list.
though.
Yeah. I mean, like I am Groot, but it would be
R-rated I am
pretty
Groot.
far down the list. I get your point. Yeah. I'm just yeah. Um
I want that now. I want TVMA. I am Groot.
that would be funny. Yeah. It's just him like brutally murdering people with like his limbs. I don't know.
I should
Uh
petition for that for season 2.
yeah. But other than that, I think
What was
that's
the
all I
other?
really have
They
to say.
they announced something else animated. What was it? Did
They
they announce
didn't
something
announce
else?
anything new.
Oh no, the other thing I was going to say is that Daredevil's going to be in freshman year, voiced by Charlie Cox,
Yeah, I don't really
which
care.
I I also don't really care because it's not MCU.
I want to
But
see him
I was
interact with Spider-Man in live action.
I know I really it would be sick if like Tom Holland showed up in an episode of Daredevil Born Again.
He
Um,
would never, like Sony would never let them do that.
yeah, I mean, well, like I'm sure that for the right price they would, but
Yeah, but
maybe
why would
may
they put
I
all that money
here
into it?
I bet that they would let Spider-Man show up if Morbius also did.
Yeah, they probably would.
That'd be funny, I think.
I agree. That would be very funny, I think. Well,
But I would love for the next like that's the other thing that was like the other thing that I want to talk about was there were some things that were like curiously missing from the like phase 436 slate, which
Armor
anything
Wars.
yeah, Armor Wars was missing, which is weird. Also, nothing Scarlet Witch was announced, which I was kind of expecting them to announce something about it. I guess that's a lie. They did announce a little bit about. Oh, the other animated thing was What If season 2, which who cares?
Yeah.
Um,
She got her
but
TV show. She got her movie. I don't care. I don't need any more
you
Scarlet
know,
Witch.
they did announce that Scarlet Witch will be in What If season 2.
Woo! Let's go.
Yeah. It
So
seems like.
excited.
Well, did you see like the description of the first episode of What If? Because they showed that at Comic Con.
The Peggy Carter one.
Yeah, it's Peggy Carter's version of Winter Soldier, and then Wanda shows up as like the post-credit scene, which is
I do not care.
interesting. So it seems like they're gonna do something with her in What If season 2, where she's like the main. She's like Infinity Ultron of season 2, would be my guess, which is a little odd.
Oh, that's okay. That could be interesting.
It could be interesting, and I wonder if they would use that as how they're gonna justify bringing back the character in live action, because everyone knows that they will.
They would not do that.
I feel like it would be weird, but what if is an unpredictable thing. I don't
That's
understand what
true.
they're
Yeah.
doing with it.
They said the season would focus on the relationship between the Watcher and Captain Carter. Which, like,
They,
why?
they didn't say that this time, right? They said that
They
that
said
was
that a
like from
while
an old
ago.
interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm very invested in their relationship.
I am too. I can't wait to see where it goes next.
Yeah.
That was the one thing I wanted more of out of What If season 1.
Yeah. There was not enough
Yeah.
of relationship between the Watcher and Captain Carter.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. We're doing this kind of late because I was out
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
But
That's why it's
thank
dark out.
you, everyone, for listening closely, episode 2.
I hope you're listening closely.
We will be back in 2 weeks, hopefully, to discuss some more things like I Am Groot and She-Hulk.
Oh,
and
I Am Groot is within 2 weeks? Yeah, that's true.
yeah, and the Lego
She-Hulk
Star
is
Wars
not, though.
holiday special.
Wait,
Oh,
when
yeah,
is
it's not.
that?
You're right. Never mind. August 17th.
Oh, something? Oh, Bullet Train. Yeah, Bullet Train. We're talking
Bullet
about that.
Train. Yeah, we're gonna see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So yeah, plenty of
there was
cool
something.
stuff
There was something
coming up.
else coming out on the 5th too. I forget what it was.
Lego Star Wars summer special.
No, that wasn't it. There was some. It's gonna bother me. You'll see it in the next episode. I'll tell you about it right at the beginning.
Okay, so join for the next episode to hear what comes out on August 5th. Very exciting, I'm sure.
You could also just like look up on the internet what's coming out on August 5th. I'm sure that would work too. But it would be more fun if you came back for the 3rd episode.
Yeah, I agree. Which will be on my channel probably.
I got nothing else to say. So goodbye, everyone.
Me neither. Goodbye. Thank you for listening closely again.
Thank you. Oh, you have to